Hey, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for your time, thanks for looking, thanks for watching. Thanks everyone for watching so far, I've been appreciating that. I know it's been a while since my last video, but this time I'm thinking we need another thing that is gonna be bodywork. Because mostly it's all been electronics and getting it ready for the MOT. But there are a few little imperfections that I need to take care of first, which mostly are paint related. Let me show you them now. Flip the camera around. So they're not horrendous, but once you know they're there, they're there. So it's actually fared pretty well for paint chips, but there is one just there, and then one on that corner just there. The whole underside is a bit scratched up, and they're just gonna take care of that front lip, obviously the first bit that you see. And the weird one, which I still can't explain, is one that is stopping me from doing a mod I want to do, which is that random paint chip there. Now, luckily it's not below the seal line, but it's pretty deep. And I thought, oh, maybe it's the way the boot had come up and it hadn't been fitted properly, but it really isn't. It does, when it opens up, it completely misses that. And I want to get this part on, which is MS34618001, which is the TRD panel that fits at the base of the window, like this. Not quite like that, obviously. I know it's got to be gapped, but not much point doing that when it's that close to that imperfection there. So I'm going to try and get that sorted first. There's two other bigger issues. One which is this side, which is this crack here on the side skirt. And the worst one, this one's like completely gone, is this one here. So I think that one's going to need some plastic welding, but I think it's the tension it's being put on by this part here. But I've looked and it's exactly how they are. But yeah, quite a gappy bit there, so that might need some plastic welding. But that one definitely seems to be a common one, because any of those side skirts that I've seen on like the auctions or whatever, like these ones, all either have that crack or a repair in that area. So yeah, it's Friday today. Got a guy coming over Monday to do that painting for me, sort out those little bits, not the bigger bits on the side skirts, and then hopefully get that TRD panel on as well. Join me Monday. So Monday is upon us. The guy's not here yet. Should be here soon. So I haven't had a chance to wash it because obviously the weather has been rubbish. I have quickly detailed the areas that need cleaning, but I'll show you how we get on. This is AD Smart Services, as you can see here from my rather creepy garage security camera. He is prepping the front of the front bumper, so that's the lip at the base of it, which I'll probably get covered, protected once it's done. And there's a little bit on the left hand side as well, which you can see a closer look of just here. So it's that corner there of the actual bumper itself, and then the whole of the front section of the lip. But you can see we've also covered the rest of the entire car, because there is that funny section at the back on the driver's side, which to this day is still a mystery as to what happened to get it to have that paint chip where it's currently sitting. this is laying some cover down on that back area, just to cover that stone chip before I put the Aero Stabilizing cover on. And here you can see the initial colour going onto the front lip. So he's just setting the gun up correctly to spray. And the colour for this was M7Y, or pure red, just the same as the earlier UK models. And here's how the initial colour's gone on. Obviously, no top coat yet, no clear. This is just. I haven't. They were in video. And now the clear's going on, protecting the underneath as well. And that's just showing all the crap in the air.
I really want to get photos because it's such a good car.
There's
nothing for me to really get a photo of. Do you
know
know
what I
mean?
know.
For my website. This bit is quite.
Because it's all layered in all different angles, isn't it?
Yeah.
And here's the
But I've done it, so
the scary unmasking.
If that makes any sense.
Yeah, no, I'm the same way. Yeah, I know if I've masked something one way, like when you're doing a skirting board or whatever. Need some of that to do behind, like when you're doing coving and stuff.
Yeah. You just want to rip it off. You can't.
No, you got to be methodical, ain't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was like that. You know that cutting tape where you pull it through and it cuts the edge off of.
Yeah.
And here's the end result prior to polishing.
That look good. Two front row look good.
Nice.
It paid off, man.
It did. And this will take out, this cutting will take off any little spots, like little bubbles in the top coat. And just like that, that's that redone at the front. Happy with that. Big thank you to JD Smart Services for this. Out the roof. And this is always the hard bit to try and get a picture of. But yeah, lovely and clear. So I can go about fitting, oh there's a swell here too. I can go about fitting the TRD part. Oh, did I say the number? MS346-18001. Just to show you what's in the actual box, because there isn't a lot, to be fair. You've obviously got the Aero Stabilizing cover itself, a lot of cardboard, and an instruction manual. Oh, I know, exciting. But there is one stage more to it than that. So let's just sit that up there. Within the instruction book is a couple of cleaning cloths. So you've got a cleaner there that you put on, and then there's also a primer. So this one, I've given the glass a cursory clean anyway, so it's fairly clean. But now you can see why I wanted to do that area before I installed it. But then you've obviously got this chemical cleaner here, which you just wipe on to give it a nice cleaner area, I suppose. And then this primer, you add this on 10 minutes before to installation. But there is one more section that this has on this install, which involves these little pads here. So what you have to do first is you grab a tape measure, and obviously this isn't made any easier by this enormous wing, but you work out roughly where the middle of the wing, the boot lid is, and then you measure to the underside of the boot lid, which to me looks to be about 8 millimeters. And then from there, in your guide, it's about the only thing I can understand, is you take these little blocks, and then look here, 8 millimeters, 4 millimeter blocks times 2. So you then take 2 of the 2 millimeter thick blocks, stick them together, and then that tells you the gapping that you need between this part of the trunk and the underside of here. So if I sit it on there for your reference, this is obviously just rushed, but you put the blocks here, one in the middle and one on the other side, and then that just pushes this up slightly so that when you open the boot lid, you obviously even it out either side. When you open the boot lid, it doesn't make contact. But I'll get those stuck together, and then I'll get the tripod set up, and I'll show you how we get on. So, starting with the PAC cleaner, 3M, I'm just going to take that out the pack, and it suggests that you wipe in one direction along the area of the windscreen that's boot screen that's going to be fitted. So there we go. The wing makes everything easier. Let me just come around this side. That's evaporating off as we go, so that's going all right. Right into the corner down here, and then I'll just do one more sweep on with the back of the cloth. Pop that one in the bin. Right, now the other version, the primer, actually takes 10 minutes. So once that's evaporated off, I'll use this stuff, I'll wipe it along the screen, and then I'll wait for 10 minutes before I start putting the actual wing on. I'll give that a few minutes as well, just to cure. Now the camera didn't tell me that it had run out of space there, so that was unhelpful. But what I did was I put this in position and then made sure I had spaces at either end, and then I marked a centre line for where this should sit when it's on properly. I put the spacers down the back side and lifted the lid just to make sure that it wasn't gonna make contact. So I've cleaned it all up now with the primer. I'm just in the process of waiting the 10 minutes for that to go off, and I've peeled back the start of the masking tape on the back here, so that when I do press it down it will hold. And then there's a specific order in which it tells you to peel these off, and then you apply 5 kilos of force to this and it then should hold on to the spoiler. So this is just to test, but you can see I've got the blocks here, here and here. So with that pressed down like that, just going to put a bit of masking tape on there as well. Because I've marked the centre line on the middle, just so I know roughly where that is. Doesn't have to be exact. This is just to test that when I take these out and I open the boot lid, it doesn't catch, which it doesn't. And then when it's shut, you get a nice neat line. Cool. Right, I'll use that cleaning stuff, the primer, and then off we go. Now that has been about 10 minutes, so I'm going to gently rest that back there like that. I've made up the bigger pads just to give me a little indication of size at the sides. And then the smaller 4mm pads go here, here and here. And then what they tell you to do is to peel these off in a specific order. So what I'm going to try and do first, before I just to make sure, while that's kind of sat there, take these out. I'm just going to open the boot lid. To make sure there's no contact. No, it's nice and close, but no touching at all. Cool. Right, so let's get these back in. Just checking the side gap, which looks nice and even. My line in the middle is good. So, wish me luck. I start with this one. So, if I peel it back like that, alright, and then move from the inside out. It says 5 kilos of pressure. You tell me how much I've applied, because I don't know. Then moving on to number 2, which is this one. Make sure this is pushed down over here. I'm not sure that was all of it. Is there still any under it? Yeah, there's a little bit there. Try and peel it from this end. There we go. There we are. Make sure that's in the same place. Push that one down. Yeah. Then number 3 is this one. Might just open the boot lid for this. So, pulling out from the bottom, and then pushing down at the end. Oh, did that one come off as well? Probably. Yeah, it did. It's here. Leaves you with such a small bit to grab onto as well. Roll it back. Oh, come on. I don't think you apply pressure until the tape is off, if I'm honest. There we go. Oh, that was fun, wasn't it? And then let's do the other one properly, shall we? And then apply your 5 kilos of force all the way along. And then hopefully claim the foam pads. When we shut the boot lid, no contact. Let me just give this a wipe off. Get the masking tape off. And I'll give that a quick clean and then I'll show on camera. And then that is fitted. And then when you open it, no contact, but nice and close. And it does a nice line of neatening up that groove there. So, job done. Another thing that says TRD on the car here. Another mod done, and also those smaller issues on the paint are all fixed. So, don't know what to do next. I'll have to have a look through my box and see what to pick out. But if you stuck with me, thank you for watching. Thank you for viewing. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking. Appreciate all that. Means a lot. And hope to catch you next time. See you later.